As individuals, we are strong, but as a community, we are powerful.
Tell me what you need, and I'll do what I can.
Who are we?
MSI!
Who are we?
MSI!
Who are we?
MSI!
3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, this is your host with the most, Alan Ruelas. Welcome to Get Going with MSI. We are doing our 5th episode, and we have a very special guest here by the name of
Ian Pfitzer.
Now let me tell y'all, our stories are valuable, and we're gonna get rolling. Who are you, amigo?
Well, my name is Ian Pfitzer. I am a 4th year here at MSI and at Cal State Fullerton. I'm finishing up my last semester of school, and I am, who am I? That's a very hard question. I'm multiple things. I'm a man, first of all, right? I'm a person of color, but yet very white passing person of color, right? So people will get confused by that a lot. But I'm a multifaceted person. I love film. I love being part of activities such as MSI or Greek life. I'm a person who enjoys the arts, but also doesn't take them too seriously and looks at them as a creative medium that's meant to be enjoyed rather than scrutinized and stuff. So I'd like to consider myself just somewhere in a person who has their hand in every pot. You know what I'm saying? So that's who Ian Pfitzer is.
All right. Well, I mean, there's a lot there to digest.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go ahead and digest one of the most important crucial questions that we want to have enough time to expand on.
Okay.
Let's talk about Greek life because the brothers want to be able to know more about your experience and what this invokes.
Right. So is there anything specifically that you want to know, or is it just a general idea of?
Well, let's start off with your experience. I mean,
right.
We can make it as general or as specific as you'd like. The floor is yours.
All right.
You're the man of the hour.
Well, I definitely didn't expect to be in Greek life going into college. I jumped in my freshman year right away, but it wasn't intentional. Basically, what had happened is I had a bunch of different schools that I could have gone to. One of them was actually SDSU, which is known for being a more party-ish school. And I specifically didn't join because I didn't want to get into Greek life, and it felt like that campus was very Greek life oriented. But then when I came to Cal State Fullerton, beautiful campus, love Cal State Fullerton, but it's an undeniable truth about it. It's a commuter school, right? It's not a school that necessarily has the strongest campus life. It has much better than others, but not in the grand scheme of college. So I realized I needed to join something, and as I was doing the Discover Fest thing, just walking around, I was trying out different clubs, different things. Greek life seemed to be, to me, the only one that actually really had the campus life feeling down pat. The other ones, everybody else all the other clubs and stuff were getting there. We're getting there, but Greek life was so all-encompassing of your time and your friendships and who you're meeting in college, that it seemed to have that campus life aspect of that I was yearning for down. So and luckily somebody from my high school was in one of the fraternities that I knew. So I decided to take a leap of faith, and I don't really regret it. It was a lot of fun. It was a great time.
Well, I'm assuming it should be a lot of fun because personally I've also sparked some interest trying to see, what is out there. Mm-hmm. As you said, Cal State Fullerton is known to be a commuter school.
Yep.
And one of the things is that we need a lot of community. We need a lot of sense of, what MSI brings to the table, that brotherhood, those memories that we're able to build. Now tell me, what has MSI contributed to expand on your Greek life experience?
You know what? I think it's interesting, right? MSI and Greek life are two very different things.
Let us know, por favor.
well, Greek life, although it preaches, the want and ability to create better students and stuff like that. If we're being very honest, it is more of a social thing. It has its capacity to change your life. Isn't going to fall very much in the realm of academics, nor is it going to fall in the realm of necessarily greater achievement. But what it does do is it creates social groups, it creates networking, and creates memories, very, very strong, powerful memories. MSI is a newer organization, right? But it also stresses a lot more on the academic, on the achieving for striving for greatness, right? Striving to achieve the fullness of your potential, right? And by doing those things, really what we're seeing is one is trying to push you to become a better member of society, maybe, or let me rephrase that. One is pushing you to graduate college and do really well. The other one is pushing you to create some more memories, right? But if you combine those two, I think you get what me and some of our other brothers have experienced, which is the ability to get good grades, strive for greatness, push farther than college, maybe even grad school, right? Really, really excel while still being able to create these social memories both in Greek life and in MSI. And so it is. It kind of teaches you this balancing act, being in these two different worlds, because they are very different, but they provide similar things. But those similar things have differences in them, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We have another brother who's also part of Greek life, which is Mohammed.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully sooner rather than later we'll be able to bring him along as well.
Yep. Great
Working
guy.
hard as always. I love the guy to death. Now tell me, what is one of the most fondest memories or happiest or most funnest memories you have been able to accumulate from Greek life?
Well, I want to before I answer that question, and this will play into the answer, but I want to just address something that I think that a lot of people have as a opposition to Greek life is like, why are you paying for friends?
And this is a part where you go, let's go.
Oh, not so much, right? I think I'm not necessarily going off or anything, but it's just a counterpoint and something that plays into the fond memories. Is somebody will ask, why are you in Greek life? You're just paying for friends, right? Well, the thing is like, yeah, you are paying for friends. That's exactly what it is, right? And I think a lot of people get very defensive when they hear that. Mm-hmm. But really what it is you are paying for friends. You're paying for the largest group of friends and the largest network that you could have at any other place in Cal State Fullerton. Like, nowhere else in Cal State Fullerton can you pay X amount of money and then be connected with at least 500 to another 1,000 people, right? Mm-hmm. And be strongly connected to them, right? Because you guys are in the same community. So really, at the end of the day, you are paying for friends. It's just you're paying for friends, but the largest group of friends that you could hope for, and out of that group, you're going to find the people that you really connect with and the people that you really want to be with. And hopefully those people are in your chapter, right? And so what that comes into play is my fondest memory was, my freshman year when you're a pledge, right, or associate member, and you're trying to go through this process of joining this organization, you have to be social and you have to learn to make friends quick or else you're going to sink. And luckily, the other pledges in my class.
I'm like, that's life for you.
yeah, it is life for you. But it's accelerated in this. It's like you only have a semester. If you're not friends with your pledge bros, you're not gonna have very much fun in Greek life. So so I remember it was just a Wednesday, and we needed to go meet some other Pi Kappa Phis from a different school. It was just like one of our assignments, or they asked it of us, and that was fine. We could do it whenever we wanted in the semester. And somebody was just like, "Hey, why don't we go to San Diego right now and meet the guys down there?" And luckily everybody was free, and we're like, "Oh, if we're all free, let's go." And it was just a Wednesday, Wednesday evening. Went down to San Diego, met some new people as a group, as a unit, and it was we didn't do anything crazy. We just all hung out as guys, had some food, met some people, and we went home. And it was a great experience. And I think that was really fun because what it showed me is that it wasn't something huge, it wasn't anything big, but what it did is it showed me that this could be my everyday if I really wanted it to.
I've definitely seen this. It's networking times 10.
Mm-hmm.
It is a powerhouse for networking, and whether it be now in 10 years, you're gonna remember each other. And I've seen this happen. Mm-hmm. Part of me wants to dive in a little bit more, but I also want to dive in as to what you wanted to share with us aside from Greek life, balancing a busy lifestyle.
So we talked about that.
That is something we need to talk about.
Yeah, and I promise I won't blab your head off. But let's, I think that Greek life was a really big signifier of that for me as well.
You have a lot of responsibility.
MSI as well, lots of responsibilities. When I was in high school, I was in band. I was in marching band, jazz band, concert band, drumline, and then I did debate, and then I did piano and Boy Scouts and all. I was doing a bunch of different stuff at the same time. That's not thank you. I appreciate the small claps, but that's not so much just to say that is that it could get really stressful and it could be really, really bad, and you would want to quit everything, right? But you've already invested so much time into this, and you can't really quit without it being like a devastating thing, right? So it's like, how do you balance that? And I think the first thing is really, do you love what it is you're doing? If you don't love it, you shouldn't be doing it, right?
Mic drop, ladies
I think
and gentlemen.
that I learned that the hard way, and I think going into college, I got lucky because in high school I hadn't learned better, and I was doing a lot of things that I didn't enjoy, and I was really busy, and I was stressed out. And in college, I was on the path to do the same thing of just signing up for like 7 different things and being really busy and stuff. And then I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do that. It was just too much of a workload, so I just stuck with some things. I kept like 3 things close, basically. It was just normal schooling, Greek life, MSI. That was it, right? I chose those 3 things, and that was still busy enough, right? But the first step of just managing a busy lifestyle is cut out all the excess. And that, whether that means, sadly, some friends that maybe aren't good for you, or activities that you don't love, or it could be anything really, but you have to cut out the excess.
That's important. I mean, ultimately, as you grow up, you start reducing a lot of the things that initially were there, and part of it, sometimes it might be friends, sometimes it might be colleagues, sometimes it's just simply about transitioning and changing in life. As you grow, something's got to get left behind.
Exactly.
But the priority is you. And you said something very valid. It's like the idea of what you're doing. Do you love it?
Yeah.
Do you love it? And if you don't, then we got to reassess, reevaluate. We need to have an intervention. Like I always like I always tell Brother Steve, it's like, let's have an intervention for this. Let's have an intervention for that. But we also got to use our resources. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the power of networking. I got to bring that back because that's important. So I mean, ultimately, balancing these busy lifestyles. Now, where are you now? You know what I'm saying? And where do you see yourself in 10 years, Brother Ian?
Where am I now? Well, right now I am leaving college. I'm in my last semester. I'm a film major, but I'm doing a sales minor. So where I'm at is right after graduation. Luckily I got a job as a commercial sales rep.
I'm over here. Bravo!
Yeah. Well, it's a good job, good benefits, pretty good wages, and for coming out of college, I'm very happy with it. I'll be working for Bay Alarm as a commercial sales rep. Thank you very much. and that'll be great. I kind of fell in love with the sales process, and I think that'll be really cool. But there's a possibility, and I'm still waiting on the acceptance, but I already got through the interview round. I possibly am going to graduate school at UCLA for film, specifically the producers program over there. They have a very good program. They're like debatably second or third in the world for film. They're behind USC, I would say, and then maybe NYU and UCLA fight for second and third, kind of like right there in the film industry. So it's a great program. I'm surprised I even got to the interview round, and we're just waiting on our results. So if that happens, I'll be going to school at night, working during the day, and I'll just be a busy guy, but I'll be good. Yeah. And then in 10 years, if I end up getting into the grad school, I expect to have already made my first movie. If I get into UCLA in 10 years, it's my first feature-length film. If I don't, I expect to, in 10 years, already have my family, and have been working in sales for the past 10 years, and just incurring a comfortable upper middle class living, hopefully, and just to be a simple family man. So basically, the grad school thing is going to be a big life changer for me. If I get into the grad school, I expect to have made a movie by then, and I don't know about where family and things are going to lie in that. Hopefully, it'll lie in the same vein because I'm a family man. But I will expect to be a lot more busy and a lot more in the Hollywood sphere if I go to the UCLA grad school. and have made my first movie. And then if not, then I'm just gonna be a family man. I'll be happy, man. I'll be living a good life, good income, and simple living. And that's all I can hope for. You know?
That's really powerful, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing yourself within 10 years, I always tell people it's a good way to manifest it into reality.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, a lot of the times when we're here, when you see the brothers, I have like this thing, and I've said it before, reaching the fullness of your potential, but also seeing it and believing it and doing it. You know what I'm saying? From here to 10 years, man, knocking on wood, we're gonna see you there doing your things. And this is a great archive, you know what I'm saying? Whether you be doing your movies. By the way, what type of movie are you envisioning for
my first one?
Yeah. And then we'll end it with that one, because I wanna put it right there. Let us know what movie.
Well, okay, I may have misspoke. I don't mean a feature-length film. I think that I hope that my first like production, if it ever comes to fruition, is a limited series or some like hour-long television series format kind of thing. I think that television is a much more enjoyable format of consuming media, just because it doesn't finish after an hour, man. You get another episode, you can build out the story a little bit more. That's not to say that the movie is bad. I mean, the movie's been around for so long, everyone loves movies, right?
Yeah.
But it's just my preferred form of media. So I'm hoping to make some lighthearted drama about something that I'm passionate about, and hopefully that'll be something with video games. Want it to be something video game oriented. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that. Just any script that I really gravitate towards that comes by my desk that isn't like a rom-com. Nothing wrong with rom-coms. I just really like drama.
Yeah.
That's probably what we're going to be shooting for.
All right, cool. I mean, other than that, Brother Ian, thank you for coming in today, finalizing our 5th episode. We're going to continue on with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Absolutely.
And obviously, we wish you the best. And with whatever you do, if you become super duper famous, you already know. We're already here wishing you the best, because we appreciate you and we have much love for you, and you always be working hard, man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope that the podcast keeps on coming out, and they've been going as well as this one did. I really enjoyed it.
No, yeah, let's keep it going. Everybody, stay blessed. Sending y'all good energy. Brother Ian, y'all.
Peace.